brother almanac. You ain't even got a second guess, it come with all the facts. I ain't even playing, so tune in if you can. And that big brother bride fam, proud to say I'm part of that. Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building. Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building. Tune in to Big Brother Brian, or you can call him Big Brother Bree. What's poppin' on the latest eps for the live feeds? He got what you need. Just to make a long story short, you don't fuck with him, you don't fuck with me, cause he running shit like a relay. You can catch him on replay, but it's so live when he go live. All facts, no lie. When it comes to that BB fam, you know I gotta support mine. If you come with that disrespect, wonky at your neck like bow tie. Anybody wanna step to us, then I wear them up like boat rides. But bruh, I swear that he's a big brother almanac. You ain't even got a second guess, he come with all the facts. I ain't even playing, so tune in if you can. And that big brother bride fam, proud to say I'm part of that. Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building. Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building. Tune in to Big Brother Brian, or you can call him Big Brother Bree. What's poppin' on the latest eps for the live feeds? He got what you need. Just to make a long story short, you don't fuck with him, you don't fuck with me, cause he running shit like a relay. You can catch him on replay, but it's so live when he go live. All facts, no lie. When it comes to that BB fam, you know I gotta support mine. If you come with that disrespect, wonky at your neck like bow tie. Anybody wanna step to us, then I wear them up like boat rides. But bruh, I swear that he's a big brother almanac. You ain't even got a second guess, he come with all the facts. I ain't even playing, so tune in if you can. And that big brother bride fam, proud to say I'm part of that. Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building, Triple B up in the building, King up in the building, whole team up in the building. We up in the building.
Howdy! Howdy! It is Saturday. Saturday nights are right for fighting. No, they're not. They're not right for fighting. Fuck that Elton John, what he said Saturday nights are right for fighting. Fuck that. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Hi. What's up? How you doing? It's Saturday. Right? Yeah, it's Saturday. Right, I just said that. Fuck me. There goes the short-term memory. There we go. Yeah, so Zeta, good use of the monkey emojis. Very nice. See, hear, and speak no evil. I see evil, I hear evil, and I speak evil. I'm evil. Um, uh, what up, Zeta? Zeta. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. Lady Di, hello, my lady. Zeta. Lady Di again, Lady Di again. Zeta, Lady Di again. Toe the camel. Hey, Toe, what's up, man? Robin. Tommy T. Denise. What the hell is that emoji, Lady Di? What is that, a battery? Kind of cute. That's kind of cool, whatever it is. Hey, Dory. What's up? We found Dory. Sarah. Years, Yankee. Gabe. What's up, Gabe? Okay. So let's see. Now, tonight for the Ginger Snaps, hitting the like on that and retweeting. Even though I don't see her in the chat, she retweets every night. The like and the retweet of the chat. So she's either kind of lurking in the background or joining us late or whatever. So thank you, Ginger. Snaps. So it looks like here, for the awards going out, Lady Di has 10 crowns for the king. So Lady Di gets the gold medal for crowns for the king tonight. The silver medal goes to Robin. Actually, I'm sorry. Before I came on the air, so Tommy T gets 8 crowns. That's silver medal. And then in third place, Robin with 5. 5. Toe doesn't count because he runs. He's the owner of the channel. He was just typing with his, his toe. Poof, toe, whatever you want to call it. So, thanks, Wonky. Oh, okay. Hi, Wonky, bye, Wonky. Zeta putting in that pata sucia. Thank you for the pata sucia. Keep that to yourself. And it looks like nobody won the Panda Pounce Award tonight. Nobody won the Panda Pounce Award. Lady Di's looking out for that gold, silver, and bronze. Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. Actually, nobody's wished me a happy Mother's Day. Because some people say, you one mother... And so, I'll tell you guys, tonight's going to probably be a relatively short night, I think, because I don't really have a lot to give you tonight. I didn't plan well tonight. Complete honesty, I did not plan well. I slept. I went to bed late because I have been binge watching 2 shows. 2. I've been binge watching The Colony, and I've been binge watching The Expanse. And you probably have not heard of one of the shows, and probably neither. but I will tell you they're pretty fucking cool shows. Um, The Expanse is on Sci-Fi Network, and The Colony is on FX or Fox or something. Um, but they're both different kinds of stories completely. And I won't bore you with the details on them for now, but I'll just say that you can find The Expanse on Amazon Prime Video or Sci-Fi's app, and then you can find The Colony on Netflix. But they're both really good shows, and The Colony's a little bit slower moving, but The Expanse has like something in every fucking episode. It's really just a good. It's a good story, and it just goes along on a good steady pace, and it leaves you always wanting for the next episode. It always leaves you with or scratching your head like, what the fuck? And you get quick answers to things in these shows, both of them. Well, not so much The Colony, but you do get quick answers in The Expanse as to everything that's going on. The only thing that sucks is that they are these shows that have limited runs of like 10, 13, whatever episodes a season, and then they sit for a whole year without doing a whole goddamn season. So it's kind of like well, I mean, a lot of the 100 is another show like that I watch, and it's another really great show. That's on the CW of all things. Um, Yankee, it's too late. You didn't win the Panda Award. Um, Pardon me. Where the fuck did that come from? Well, I know where it came from, but um, oh, it's a graph. Okay, well, Lady Di, that does look pretty. Yes, it's a graph. Yes, that looks very pretty. So the graph award tonight goes to Yankee's like really wanting that Panda Pounce action. Um, where's Kim? Is Kim here? Phoenix, what's up, Phoenix? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Debbie, hello, my dearest Swedish friend. Um, gotta throw up a Swedish flag for Debbie here. Let me throw one up. Even though Debbie's not Swedish, we're gonna throw a Swedish flag with a king crown and a panda pounce. There we go. There we go. Everybody could use a good panda pounce every so often, right? We're all adults here. Uh, oh, Phoenix not doing well. I'm sorry to hear that. Um, yes, if anybody could hit the like, that would be very, very much appreciated. If you hit the subscribe, if you hit the notification bell, all that stuff, do that here, but also do that over on the other channel, Big Brother Bry. Go to that. Do the same thing. If you haven't done it, please do it. Um, oh, with Phoenix's leg not good. Oh, I've had ouchy legs before, so I know how ouchy legs go. Knee surgery, leg surgery. I've had a couple. They're never fun. So let's see. Um, so I'm going to leave this kind of up to you guys tonight. Uh, what do you think? What's what is the one thing that you guys want to see? The one thing that's most important to you as a viewer that CBS needs to improve upon. Make it simple. Make it simple, okay? What is the one thing that CBS needs to improve upon or do better for Big Brother to make it a better show, or to bring it back to where it used to be in the sense of the quality of it, the content, the quality, and throw out whatever idea it is. Give us one. Your most, the thing you think is the sole. I know that there are many things that need to be fixed, but what is the one thing you think would be the most important to you to change about the CBS US Big Brother show that would bring it back to its original glory and luster? There are a lot of things I can think of, but I want to see what you guys say as fans as the first thing that pops into your mind, or the most important thing that pops into your mind regarding that. Tommy says, stop all power. Now, I'm guessing you mean all the extra powers that are given in the house. I'm not assuming you mean to like give them an EMP and let them go without any power at all in the house. That would suck. Because how would they cook anything? I mean, give the knives back. I mean, yes, Lady Di, that's a good point. I don't think that would really improve the show. I mean, they're given knives that are perfectly good now. They're porcelain knives or whatever, but yeah, the Canadian crowd, they had regular cutlery. It's like, what the fuck? That's a good point. More alcohol, Yankee says, of course. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Rum Chata. It's the breakfast drink of champions. Out the outrageous comps. Outrageous comps in the sense of, well, yeah, all right. Well, Yankee, first let me get to that. Okay. First, Phoenix says, out the outrageous comps. Get rid of that. We don't need it. Okay. We don't need the outrageous comps. Now, when we say outrageous comps, Phoenix, I'm assuming you mean the stuff that's a little too overproduced, if I'm assuming what you're saying there. Because there were some low-budget, outrageous comps that they've done before, you know, like the whole squeezing into lemon and lime outfits and then, you know, drenching yourself in juice and getting squeezed and filling out the... That was outrageous. But that wasn't outrageous in the sense of production. So I think that's what... I'm assuming that's what you're talking about, is the outrageous production levels that they do. If that's what you're going with, I agree. But I think there does need to be a certain amount of outrageousness. You know, like, what was it, season, I don't know, 4, 3, back when the first Jerry filled up his underwear with Jell-O to transport it into the beverage or whatever they were trying to do. Remember they were trying to smuggle Jell-O off of each other and into another thing, and he carried a whole shitload of it in the back of his trunks. That was gross. That was a little outrageous. Yankee, of course, says, give them marijuana. Mm-hmm. More alcohol. Now, of course, Yankee is doing the 26-year-old thing, and I am with her on this. But the alcohol, absolutely, yes. The alcohol, absolutely. I said last night, alcohol all around for everybody, and more of it. It needs to flow more freely. I'm not saying it has to be on tap 24/7. I'm just saying that every night, or most nights of the week, they should be allowed to have alcohol. And a normal adult level of it. And if they don't drink it all, then they get less the next day. If they're not able to drink what is given to them, then don't give them as much the next day. They can maintain what's being kept. They have cameras on them 24/7. It's not like they can hide a bottle from production. So, or a can, or 2 cans, or 5 cans, or whatever it is. Now, I know, Yankee, you're kidding, kind of, about the marijuana thing. I'm with you 1,000,000%. But it won't happen because it's not nationally legal. It won't happen. Even though it's legal in the state of California, federally, it's illegal. So, the FCC would have a problem with that. Because it's not being done in the sense of... See, it's funny, people say, well, okay, but you see people smoking pot on TV all the time, on the news and in movies and whatever. Right. Okay. The movies, they're saying they're fake marijuana cigarettes. In the news, they're reporting on something that's a story. So therefore, if they show a person doing some illicit activity, that's a news story. Therefore, it's okay. I know. Same thing with seeing a person shooting up heroin. Or something else. Or freebasing. Or whatever else it is. Those are all illegal things. Now, if we saw somebody doing it on TV, fuck, that would be illegal as fuck. In the sense of the FCC, I mean, that they would have to hammer down on that. So, I know that's why we can't. It's going to be a while. It has to, first of all, the nation has to, get rid of the laws on it, repeal the laws, let go of the prohibition, I guess you could say, that there's been about 80 years of on the reefer. 85 years roughly about 85 years roughly of prohibition on the reefer. So, yeah, another 15 years when the 100th anniversary rolls around roughly of the, it might take 15 years. It might take 5, 10, 15 years for it to become, as more states become legal on it, then the government will go ahead and they'll figure, they're figuring out right now what the best way is that the government can make money on it. They need time for this. They take time when it comes to things that they can really make money on. So they're just taking this time. It's going to happen. So, but it's going to be probably around the time that Jeff and Jordan's children are ready to play Big Brother. Their first child, Lawson, I believe it is. He might be ready to play, Big Brother 35, Big Brother 40. And at that point, they'll be smoking pot there in the house and shit, and by that point, it's going to be like nothing. So, Lady Di is saying, seriously, hide hidden things around the house. Well, they kind of do. I mean, they used to do that more. Remember when they hid a whole room? Was it Big Brother 11? Yeah, the year of Jesse's return, the second year of Jesse. When they had that whole gold room that was where the second guest bedroom is now, or what would be the have-not room sometimes, over on that right bedroom. That whole room was never opened up until Big Brother 11. So that was an extra room that was added on then. That certainly was a secret place. Then, of course, the Paris room for season 18, which was really the closed-off auxiliary HOH room. Remember when they had that shared HOH bullshit? Where you had 2 HOHs and then you had the battle of the block? Oh, God, please. That was sickening. That was gross. Battle of the block. Ugh. Hated that. Well, that Paris room was, or that extra room, that originally was the Pandora room. That was where Pandora's box was. So there's a secret. There were secret rooms. You're running out of space in that house. That's why I was saying last night, they really need to redo the house. Restructure it. I mean, they keep adding area. Like, they've added now that entire runway that goes across the bridge, the sky bridge. And now they've actually made a whole sky bridge that goes all the way across to the other wall of the house. But I think they're going to have to expand even further. Dare I even say, maybe have the house guests come up Canadian style through the top level. And then everything else is done on the lower levels. Let's say that they sleep on the upper level. Let's say that they move the bedrooms up there, but that they have the HOH room maybe downstairs, like they used to back in the day. That would change things around quite a bit, if you think about it. Imagine if you made that whole upstairs basically a whole in the round where you could walk all the way around that upstairs. And you could turn the HOH and Pandora rooms into full-on bedrooms for the regular house guests. And then on that, and then you could have a walkway that goes all the way around the house. You could have an upstairs bathroom and you could have a downstairs bathroom even. But the downstairs bathroom would just be a bathroom or a stall. Instead of just, well, I mean, that's what they have in the house now, is a stall. So, I don't know, I think that the design of the Canadian house really wowed me, so I think that, if they're going to do a redesign of the house, that would be a great way to do it, is to expand the upper part or expand outward further on that house. Hell, just maybe a whole new stage. I don't think that I think they're still toying around with I think they're still also trying to look at the ratings, and if they can get the ratings back up, to start to go back into an upward climb, then maybe they will make that roll of the dice or spend that money to make a new set. I think it's time. Although, a lot of shows get the same use out of the same set for multiple years. I mean, The Price is Right's been filming on the same goddamn stage for 47 years. Almost 47 years. This is something fucked. We're really fucked up. Last night, when my niece was over, I was showing her the very first episode of The Price is Right. Now, I'm saying the current version of The Price is Right, because there was one in the 60s. They had a different host. I think Bill Cullen hosted the old one. But when The Price is Right started, the current version that we love today, and Bob Barker, of course, was the first host, as we know, as many of us know. They had the clip, the snap boards that they use to, do for filming. Well, on the recording that CBS has up that you can watch of The Price is Right, that first episode, the birth date, or the date on the clipboard of the recording was 3 days after the day of my birth. And it aired about 9 days before Wonky's first birthday. I looked at that and I'm like, wow, okay, that's fucked. So I was like, all right, well, that's kind of cool. But then I looked at the showcase, and I just got to tell you, I know I'm sidetracking here, but the showcase had in it a Mazda 808. It was a 1972 or 1973 Mazda 808 4-door sedan, a pair of roller skates, white ones, and something that was worth about $100. I forget what the other thing was. The whole showcase was $2,504. $2,504. That's with a car. That's with a fucking car. I'm like, shit. A Mazda 808 with 4 doors and a sedan. Now, this was before California emission and power steering. Which, of course, you get on every Price is Right car nowadays. Fuck me. Why am I hiccuping? Price is Right. Yeah. California emission. Of course, you had to hear the first rule on that goddamn show without going over. I fucking hate that shit on the Price is Right. If you hate that shit on the Price is Right without going over, let me know in the chat. I hate that fucking rule. Without going over. Fuck it. Whoever's closest, that's right. Whoever's the fucking closest, that's right. None of this without going over shit. And then, of course, because it's CBS and CBS cares, Big Brother has to incorporate Price is Right rules because Julie always says, in the amount of seconds or in the amount of days or the amount of this, without going over. Why? Why? There's the Guy of the night. Why? Why must we not have to go over? Why can we not go over and be closer and win? Just saying. Some motherfucker someday is going to bid $1 on a fucking tiebreaker question, and Julie's going to go, you win. I'd be the motherfucker that puts $2. Anticipating some other asshole writes 1. But that's just me. Zeta says go back to basics. Amen. Amen. Bring back food comps. Absolutely, Debbie. Absolutely. Bring back food comps. If you guys should not be getting $50 and $60 cuts of meat. Unless you fucking earn it. And unless that's what you want. Before it used to be, grab bread, grab milk, grab cereal, grab protein shakes, grab broccoli. No, nobody's going to grab broccoli. Unless somebody really likes their broccoli. But there's some people that are like, it used to be. Think about all that shit. They used to be angry at each other about the shit that they wouldn't get. So you're thinking like, oh, so-and-so kept on going after all these grains and shit. And I don't like grains. I like meat. I gotta have meat. And then some people are like, all right, well, I'm getting chicken and fish. And the other assholes going, still, I want fucking red meat. And the other assholes are like, no, we need this. It's better. And then that asshole is very angry. And they're basically a have-not because they don't get the fucking red meat that they want. And then that person gets angry and pissed off, and they're basically a have-not. That's what it is. That is what those food comps are all about. Have and have not, right? If you go and you earn the food, you're happy, everybody's happy, and then, or most people are happy. Some people are a little let down. Some people get outed for being fuck-ups in the competition. And it's an extra competition. And why would that be a comp that we wouldn't be able to watch live? Right? That should be a comp that we should be able to watch 24/7 live. I mean, really, what's the spoiler in that? Oh, hey, hey. I mean, I'll be like oh. I'll be like this. Yeah, Zeta. Oh my God, they just got French bread. They got French bread, Zeta. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Greek yogurt too. Greek yogurt. Yep. Oh yeah, they fucked up on the hamburger though. Yeah. Yeah, they fucked up on the hamburger real bad. Yeah, I know. Okay. Birthday cake? No, they didn't get that one either. Okay, bye. That's what it's going to be like. That's what it'll be like. Bring back food comps. I didn't like it when they threw comps. Yeah, that's right, Denise. That's true. I didn't like that either. And they still do it to this day. Now, AB, I got you on the diversity, but I'm going to throw this at you, AB. How much more of a fucking diverse cast could you get from compared to last year? Last year's cast was the most diverse fucking cast that they have ever fucking had. They had African American male, African American female, little person who happens to be gay, lesbian who happened to win the game, provided they I don't think I ever recall anybody ever being American Indian in there other than Nokomis, and that was only because she borrowed the name. That sounded like an Indian name. But her name was like Melissa or something, wasn't it? Or Michelle or some shit. I don't think there's been a Native American in the house. Now you're saying age? I agree. You got to have a token oldie or two in there. And I say, not just one, you got to have two. You've got to have two. Because if they just have one, that person's going to get dragged along to the end. You have two, okay. Two got dragged along to the end back in season 10. Both Rennie and Jerry both made it to the final 5 or final 4. And that's because they didn't win much. And couldn't. And Dan in Memphis brought them along. So, duh. But, it is good to have somebody of age in the house. You know, above 50. Not this 42 shit pretending you're 29. That's a Canadian thing, I guess. That, I don't... I still give the ridiculousness of the year award to Mama K. Ridiculousness of the year to Mama K on Canada for trying to pass her 42-year-old ass off as a 29-year-old. Bullshit. 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 That's like me trying to fit into a extra large shirt. Bullshit. Ain't working. Nuh-uh. No. Anyway. Now, when you say more diverse cast geography, it's the United States. What else do you want? I mean, yeah, okay, not all from California, not all from Texas, and not all from Florida. All right. But they do usually have a cast that does have more. They do have. I would like to see some more of the rough people around the edges. You know, more of the New Englander. I mean, well, Kevin was in there. 19, New Englander. Cody, Paulie, Derek. I mean, all New Englanders. But there haven't been so many that come up from this part of the country. In the Midwest or in the Northwest. You don't see many people come out of Seattle or Tacoma or Salem, Oregon or San Francisco or Sacramento. You don't see many people coming out of Charlotte. You don't see many people coming out of Louisville, St. Louis, Houston, Chicago. Chicago you occasionally, but yeah, they're going, it's like everything below the Mason-Dixon line, you're generally seeing like California, Texas, maybe a little, and a whole bunch of down south, Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi. For some reason, they really love putting a lot of southern folks in, and I don't know what that's for. I know that, I mean, yeah, you want to have You want to have some accents in the house. You want to have that diversity. But it seems like that's all they've been going for is people from Arkansas, Illinois, Mississippi, Texas, and that's it. And then everybody else from California. It's like, okay. Now this year, yeah, you had a couple that were down from South Carolina. Hilton Head. Hilton Head, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Different backgrounds and professions. Well, I mean, they already have gone through all sorts of different backgrounds and professions. So, I mean, they've gone from everybody from mathematicians to rocket scientists to professors to firefighters to beauty pageant queens to homeless guys who do gay male porn, Crazy James. What more kind of mixture of people do you want? I mean, firefighters, cops, nurses, nursing students, doctors, dentists. Shall I go on? Anyway, no, I know, Yankee. I know you weren't kidding about the marijuana, but they can't have it because it's the federal thing. It's the federal thing. FCC would be like, no, oh, they'd get penalized right away because they would be considering it as they would put a twist on it and say it's gratuitous use. No. It would simply be folks sitting around in a state that it's legal, smoking a legal thing. But because it's going on national airwaves and because it's going on the internet and the country federally does not observe it as legal, then that's why. It just won't happen. Not in my lifetime it ain't going to happen. Well, so that tells you how much. I mean, we may get it in a few years then. Okay. Pineapple Express, says Sarah Kinder. Yeah, that's right. But Big Brother can be a news story. Scandals all the time. Yeah, but see, the thing is, Yank, is that I suppose that would get some people to watch because here's the unfortunate part of having scandals. Scandals, in the sense of TV, create ratings. Now, the careless words of Aaron Grimes, or now Aaron Williams, of season 15, and the careless words of Gina Marie, and the careless words of Spencer, all on season 15, all caused big brouhaha, especially Aaron's comments, to the point where they had to put up a disclaimer. Now, the ratings for Big Brother around that time, as they do now, were averaging around 6 to 6.5 million viewers per show. When the Aaron shit hit, the ratings went up over 7.5 million that week. They didn't go up by 7.5 million, but they went up to about 7.5 million that week. And then the next week. And the remainder of that season, it did drop a little bit back down to reality, but it gave the season an overall spike in its ratings because of that stuff. And I really do believe, even though the things that Aaron Grimes said were absolutely atrocious and wrong, you've got to let these people say what they're going to say. You can't. I'm all for the idea of giving them a sensitivity class, if you will, before they come into the house, and say to them, hey, these are some things that we would like you to refrain from talking about. Making racial comments. There you go. Doing sexist things. Ice cream scoopers and vaginas do not match, folks. Just saying. You might want to let JC know that. This is that one time. There were a couple of conversations back some time ago when I had the opportunity just for a little bit to talk to Rockstar, and I jokingly said to her, I said, "Has JC, how's JC's business on those specialty ice cream scoopers working?" And she laughed. She goes, "Oh, she goes, he can be a little, he can be I forget how she said it, but it was a nice thing she said, but he can be he can be a handful or something, or something along those lines. It wasn't anything bad." And I said, he must have been fun to live with. And she goes, "Oh yeah, he was fun." But yeah, the ice cream scooper thing, no, that's not cool either. So, but the thing is that you're in a house. You're going to get caught. If you get caught, you get caught. And you're going to have to, I mean, when you take the reins of going onto a show like that, you take the chance of going in there and trying to make some money. You're also going to take the chance of making yourself look like an ass. So yeah, let the alcohol flow. They don't need the reefer. Don't fear the reefer though. But give them the alcohol. That'll give them the cowbell that they need. We need more cowbell. That's it. I'm calling for more cowbell, and I think that will come in the form of alcohol. Let's see what we got here. Chuck is in the house. Yeah, a future BBUS, if they're around that long, would be the children of BB. That would be the season. The children of Big Brother. So it would be, yeah, it would be Jeff and Jordan's kids, Rachel and Brendan's kid, Danielle Donato and Dominic's kid, and then whatever other children that have been born since then that are not necessarily Big Brother children, but they are the children of Big Brother people. Janelle's got some kids. Brittany's got a couple kids now, I think. Natalie Cunial from season 9, she's having a child. Oh boy. And this chick, she's already milk ready. Remember, she already had the milkshakes ready to go. She was squirting them out during the show. Her milkshake brought all the boys to the yard. Yeah. Oh yes, Phoenix, be safe driving home. And take care of that leg or whatever's going on there. I think it was leg that was mentioned. Oh, AB, I don't think BB will. I mean, it may leave CBS, but I don't think it'll be in the immediate future. I know I'm behind on looking at what you guys are saying here, so forgive me. I'm just trying to catch up a little bit, but I'm looking at things, trying to go on what we're talking about from. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, Thanos. Hey, Thanos. Yeah. I mean, we all have. You're asking here. Have any of you accidentally called Kiera she? Of course, I have. Everybody has. I mean, getting used to the non-binary. Well, I mean, here's the deal. There are a couple of people that even visit this chat room that, yourself included, apparently, that don't like to be known as male or female, and that's cool. AB, I think on your side, I think you're doing it just because you just don't want to be known. To be quite honest, I think you're somebody that you just don't want to let us know who you really are. But there are people that are well loved in this room that periodically come by and have been with the channel since early days, that they identify as non-binary, and I try to give them that respect as much as possible. And I've been trying to do that since I started the channel. Yeah, periodically I will find myself saying she or he, or depending on the case. And with Kiera, I did say she a few times, but almost every time, I covered it up and corrected myself by saying they or them. Because I just feel, and I know you would think somebody of my age would probably be like, oh, fuck it, what? Just call them what they are. No. For me, I don't do that. But I understand those that do. I understand those that are, they're like, that they may not be as understanding about it. And I don't find fault with those people. Don't get me wrong. I don't find fault with the people that refuse to call Kiera they or them. That's a personal choice. I just try to accommodate because I guess it's that, you want to be identified as who you feel you are. And if Kiera feels that strongly that they don't feel comfortable enough being called she or her, okay. And I know that some people have said to me, like, Kiera even says, I'm not that kind of girl, or I'm not a girl, or I'm not a girl like that, or I'm just a girl, or something. They sometimes will identify as their physical born title, but they still will want to be referred to as they or them, because when you're in that queue, you are still Q. You're questioning, or you're queer. And queer is a word that is not that, depending on the context, is not a bad word. I don't like it. I don't like the word queer because it does sound, it used to have an awful connotation to it. It had a awful connotation of queer being gay. And maybe that wasn't necessarily the case. In the 80s, queer was something everybody called everybody. At least where I lived. And there were other words that were used that would be non-LGBTQ friendly words that people would use as insults, or just general insults, not necessarily sexual insults, but just general insults that the LGBTQ community would not care for, would not care to hear even being used in the lexicon. And so I've always tried to stay clear of those things. I've always just tried to be socially minded when it comes to people's wishes on what they want to be called. Everybody has a name. I don't like it when somebody uses their regional slang and calls me a certain name that I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. You know? Somebody calls me Bubba, and I don't know what the fuck that means. I go, Bubba? What the fuck is that? I've got a fucking name. And I'm like, and then where I grew up, Bubba was not a term of endearment. It was the opposite. So it was, when I go, if somebody says Bubba to me, I'm kind of like, well, fuck you, sir. I'm like, fuck you. And then they explain to me, well, it's not meant as anything, it's just meant as, it's local. Well, okay. Remember who you're talking to. Not everybody knows language from your neck of the woods. Think about the fact that there are 50 states and you live in one of them. And probably have not seen too many of the others. Just saying. AB, you're saying earlier here, and I see what you're saying. It's a little bit ago. Sam from West Virginia was a great addition. We need more people like her to make America understand people like her more. I'll agree in part with you on that. Problem is, Sam wasn't meant for the game. Sam was not meant for that game. People from West Virginia? Sure. Why not? But people that can play the game and people that know what they're getting into. Not people that come in and then start crying as soon as one thing goes the wrong way in the game for them. Provided, yeah, she got fucked by being put in that robot costume. That was an awful, awful play. But Sam wasn't right for that game. Sam was. I liked Sam to a certain degree, but then the real Sam started coming out, or at least the game Sam started coming out, and the game Sam or the real Sam, whatever it was very holier than thou, which I cannot stand. But there, you're going to have the one or two holier than thous that they have to throw in there, just because you're going to have to throw in the religious zealot or two, because that's part of what this country is. You have some religious zealots, but at the same time, I think a couple of atheists might be nice too. Just saying. You want diversity? All right, give us the diversity. You throw the Bible thumpers at us all the fucking time. Let's throw in somebody that's an unabashed atheist. I am fucking serious. You want people saying, "Oh, the good book this and the good book." Let's pray about this. Let's pray about that. No. You want just that? No. You put somebody in there. Paul Abrahamian. Now, I don't know if he necessarily declared himself an atheist. I think he declared himself an agnostic. Well, there is a difference. There's a slight difference. It's like agnostic, you're not sure. Atheist, you're pretty fucking sure, and you're pretty confident that you have no belief system in anything like that. Agnostic, you're just kind of like, well, hey, I don't have the answers. And I don't have the answers either, but I can just tell you, I don't believe in a higher power. Period. Done. So if you had a person or two that came into the Big Brother house that had that kind of a belief system, oh, but wait a minute. Oh, that's going to offend some of the... Oh, okay. Why is it not okay to put atheists in the house, but it's okay to put other people from other persuasions in the house? CBS has to be down the line with everything the same way. If you're going to have white people, you're going to have black people. If you're going to have black people, you're going to have Asian people. If you're going to have Asian people, you're going to have an American Indian person or two. If you're going to have them, you're going to have a gay person or a lesbian or a bisexual or omnisexual or trisexual. They'll try anything. Or then you go with Bible thumpers, non-Bible thumpers, people that are offended by Bible thumpers. How about that? It would certainly make for some interesting TV. It would certainly make for some interesting arguments. And who knows? It might make for some very interesting alliances. Imagine you could have alliances of the holy rollers against the non-holy rollers. You could have an alliance that's unexpected where you get the holier than thou person and the atheist teaming up, and nobody expects that shit. Why not? Not a bad idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. But then there are the people out there going, "Oh boy, no atheists, no atheists, no atheists." There are just as many people saying no atheists as there are saying no Bible thumpers. I bet you that too. Thanos earlier question about Jason apologizing about Kevin's wife. I don't know. I don't know that. Yeah, Gabe, I like that. No recruits. Enough people try out. I completely agree with you, Gabe. No more recruiting. None. None, none, none. No more bullshit of doing a test game show where you choose one of the 4 people to make it on Big Brother. Hello, Tyler. Yeah. Because you watched that stupid event that Kevin Hart was doing. Whatever that show was, right? That American Gladiators bullshit thing where people are trying to take each other out. You looked at that show. You had a guy who was a professional dodgeball player wearing his full uniform. You had the surfer dude, Tyler. And then you had the all-American country girl next door and wearing the Daisy Dukes and the plaid t-shirt, or the plaid shirt cut off, and the blonde hair and ponytails. If that wasn't a tryout for Big Brother, I don't know what else would be. They were all dressed to go into the Big Brother house and be their automatic roles. I wonder if the fans reacted more to the dodgeball player, would Swaggy have been in? Maybe not. If Tyler had not been in, and the blonde chick came in, she was the blonde Southern girl, we might not have seen Sam. I'm telling you, that's the way. And CBS, they look at, and there was an episode, 1980 episode of The Price is Right. Many of you know that this is true. Many of you will need to look it up. Vanna White was a contestant on The Price is Right in 1980, 2 years before she made it onto Wheel of Fortune as the co-host. She even got bumped up. That was her tryout. A lot of famous people have been on game shows. A lot of famous people have started on game shows. Kirstie Alley, Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck was on the Dating Game back when he had no mustache, no beard. Lots of people. Tons. tons. But CBS has got to stop using recruiting as a part of it, because what they're trying to do is get models in there. And there are plenty of good-looking people that are ready to play the game, and that know about the game, and that love the game, and appreciate the game. Instead of getting people in there that you give them 1 or 2 seasons, or you give them a free access pass to CBS All Access, and you say, go watch at least 2 full seasons, and they end up watching 6 episodes on the whole time that they're in there in sequester before they go in. And then they don't go, and they just don't know what the fuck they're doing when they get in that house. So that's got to stop too. Stop putting people in there that don't know what the fuck they're doing. This is a more How many people go on Survivor that know nothing about the game of Survivor? Not many people. And it's only a 39-day game. Provided it's all outdoors, you're out there getting sand ticks up your ass and other parts as well, but oh, Debbie's tired tonight? Sorry, Debbie. Let's see here. No, Yankee, Natalie Cunial was on season 9. The Natalie you're thinking of is season 11. Natalie Cunial is season 9. She was the girl who used to spray milk from her boobies, even though she wasn't pregnant or had child. She could just squirt, just, and then, just right out there on After Dark, she'd do it. Yep, she'd just whip out a boobie, whoop, spray right out. Yeah, Sarah Kinder, you're thinking of the Natalie that didn't wash much. Yeah, that was 11. That I forget her last name. Hey, Margot. I just see you there. Oh, Yankee, you skipped season 9? How could you skip season 9? Well, I mean, you were 14 back then, so I can understand why you may have missed it. That was the one and only winter season, the one that they did during the 2009 writers or 2008 writers strike. Yeah, so they threw together a season of Big Brother because all the scripted shows were on hiatus until they had writers back to write the shows. So all the scripted shows went on hiatus, and they started bringing in an extra season of Dancing with the Stars on ABC, and then all of a sudden, extra season of Big Brother just got, like, bang, thrown together. And, yeah, it got thrown together, and the cast was not very good. But they were a better cast than Big Brother Canada 7, I'll say that. But it also had the only 2 criminals ever in the Big Brother history of the U.S. show. Baller, first place, $500K, and Maddie, second place, $50K. And they both went to jail together for drug dealing. You want to parlay your winnings? I don't think that's the way to do it. You're better off going to the goddamn casino to parlay your winnings and get out without being arrested. Jesus Christ. Fucking God. And this was back in the day when, back when the good old opioids were really in the popular demand. I mean, now you can't even get your hands on some shit. Because he was going with the OxyContin and all that shit. And I think it was Oxy. I'm pretty sure. Right. Margot, exactly. Kiera was saying the word queer. Right. And that's a term, because Q, that's what the Q is for. My understanding, now that's my understanding, it's either for queer or questioning. Because sometimes you are questioning your status. But if I'm wrong on the questioning aspect of that, or the queer aspect of that, if somebody is in the know, please let me know so I can correct what I say or make the proper statement. But that's my understanding. Sam added so much entertainment, though. I'll just have to agree to disagree with you on that, AB. The curb stomping thing, yeah, the blood stomp, the head stomp, yeah, that was interesting. That was about all I got out of her. Okay, AB, thank you for repeating what I've repeated. AB, you're real thorough. Um, yeah, actually, you know what? I'm going to say, Margot. I'll tell you, Rockstar did know the game better because she saw the shit that Tyler was up to. She saw the shit. She saw what was going on. She saw that level 6 stuff. But nobody listened to her. Nobody listened to her. She did see a lot of it coming. She saw it. So, you can't really say she wasn't. I mean, I don't know. She knew the game a little bit better than people give her credit for. I'll say that. She definitely knew the game better than credit was given. Yes, Natalie Martinez. That's right. That's right. Hey, Mary Fraley, what's up? How are you, girl? Good to see you. Denise, if I didn't say hello to you earlier, hello. Um, Aaron, what's up, Aaron? Cheese head, huh? Yeah, I don't even have a cheese head. I don't have a cheddar head. I've got some cheddar things around here. I've got a beer cozy, or a can cozy for one. I've got actually like a cheese brick. It's like shaped like a regular brick, but it's made of foam, so you can like throw it at your TV if you're pissed. I wouldn't throw it at my TV because my TV screen is like this thin. Um, and after I hear of all the shit that I have, after all the times that Kim's TV gets broken, I am afraid to do anything to mine. Um, yeah, thank you, Thanos. Yeah, Rockstar was smart enough to see Tyler's maneuvering, exactly. Haley, yep, she saw that too. Let's see. Yes, Zeta, that's true. Sam did keep the house clean. So if you need a maid for the house that keeps the ants out, Sam is real good at that. But she's also a bug catcher. She likes to keep them captive and as pets. It's like, I mean, I did that when I was 8. I mean, I would bring in a cricket or a caterpillar or some shit and bring it into a can or a jar, or a jar, not a can, but a jar or something, and I try to feed it and keep it alive for a couple days, and then it would die. I'd be like, oh, well, why did it die? Because it's not in fucking nature anymore. That's why it's dead. You brought it away from its natural habitat. And she's going around killing goddamn spiders and shit by keeping them captive in the house in bowls on the kitchen table. On the dining room table, she's keeping these animals. Bugs. Yeah, that's real fucking enticing to me. Yeah, I want to sit down and have my bowl of fucking Fruit Loops in the morning, my Fruit Loop dinguses in the morning, and sit there with my bowl of Fruit Loop dinguses and have to look at a goddamn spider and a fucking cricket and a grasshopper all in jars in front of me. No, that's not what I need. I don't need... Hi.
You're not supposed to be telling them about my science project.
Your science project? I didn't know you were doing one of those.
The cricket and...
Oh, you're doing that, huh? No, I was just talking about how Sam last year had kept all those insects captive in those jars on the table in the fucking dining room and shit. I mean, come on. I mean, I'm all for having diverse casts, but if you're gonna get somebody from the redneck woods, get somebody who's at least maybe not living in a trailer. If you're living in a trailer, I'm sorry, that was not aimed at you. I'm just saying.
Was hers really even a trailer, or was it a camper?
Actually, I think it was... No, I think it was a trailer, but it was a smaller one. I think it was one that could be hitched on to a vehicle.
Well, then that's a camper.
Oh, okay. Well, then, all right, maybe that's what she was in. I don't know. Doesn't matter. She's still living in it. But she didn't win the game. Andy. What up, Andy? How you doing, man? Oh yeah, AB, I remember that. Yeah, she, and that's the thing that's where Sam lost me as a person to root for her. I was rooting for Sam. I was hoping Sam would do well. And then all of a sudden she goes and shames Haley and who the fuck else was it? Haley and Caitlyn. She goes and shames Haley and Caitlyn for rubbing up on Fessy and rubbing up on this one and that one, when she herself then basically panda pounces Fessy. Not really panda pounce, but she kind of did, and then she's just like hugging on him and holding on to him and saying, and then she's objectifying him, saying, yeah, this is real American beef. And she's pounding on him like, oh, okay. So it's okay for you to do it because you're the HOH. That's right. And you carry a Bible and you're holier than thou. Fuck you. Fuck you. And fuck your backwards redneck hillbilly morality. Fuck it. Fuck it. Just saying. In that instance, fuck that. Fuck that. What do you have to say about it?
Not a damn thing.
Not a goddamn thing. That's why Wonky is always everyone's favorite on this show. Because she keeps her nose out of shit. And everybody puts up the love for the Wonky. Look, Margot going, hi, Wonky. Denise going, that's right, Brian. That's right. Everybody loves the Wonky. That was great Sam entertainment? How was that great Sam entertainment? What, her basically bashing on two chicks and then being a fucking hypocrite? That's entertainment? If you find that to be entertainment, then, well, okay. Enjoy watching reruns of Lost episodes that never got aired. I'm just saying. It's okay. You don't have to type it out in or in large letters. I mean, I fucking know I can read. Um, that was meant to AB, not to you, Lady Di. Lady Di was being exclamatory for Wonky. Wonky. That's fine. That's fine. Are Haley and Fessy still together? Yes, they are, Mary. Yes, they are. And I'm very happy for them. They're still together. Very happy. Caitlyn was hard to watch, in your opinion, Zeta? Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it was the only part that was fun as fuck to watch was her putting that puzzle together. Not putting that puzzle together, I should say. 2.5 minutes for a 5 or 6 piece puzzle. Yeah, they were trying to let her stay. They were trying to let her stay. They're like, oh, no. We'll just fit another double eviction in somewhere. You win that. Nope. It was a baby puzzle. It was. What about Tyler and that one? Can't remember her name. Angela. Her name is Angela. Tyler and Angela, or Tangela, they are still together. They are happy. Good for them. I think that the Big Brother 20 cast, they had a couple of good showmances there, and they worked out. Good for them. Fuck. And it had nothing to do with people that won the game or didn't. It was just the way it went. Let's see.
Lady Di says the puzzle took interns 45 seconds.
Oh yeah, the interns. They're just like, because that's probably what they do. The prize or the puzzle makers, the game makers, they probably put something together, and then they throw it at a couple of goons behind the stage, and they go, hey, you, come over here and try to do this puzzle. How long do I have? Do as fast as you can. Motherfucker does it in a minute and a half. All right, you come over, you try it. Another motherfucker does it in 52 seconds. All right, so if we give this bitch an extra minute, put 2.5 minutes, that'll be enough, right? Yeah, and then we won't have to run extra commercials or anything like that. All right, good. And then she gets from everybody. Everybody's like clapping. Oh, good job, good job, good job. Good job, get out. We're applauding because we still voted you out and you're still going home. Bye. Bye. I mean, I felt bad for Caitlyn, but I didn't at the same time. I laughed my ass off. I was like, oh man, she's going to look back at that and be so embarrassed that she didn't get that. But then, I mean, it looked like at that moment she couldn't drop if she was standing above a bathtub with a basketball, she'd still miss trying to put the basketball in the bathtub. That's just how bad she couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with a fucking beach ball from 2 feet out. I just feel that girl was just meant to lose. She just definitely was not meant to win Big Brother. And I liked Caitlyn. That's the thing. I liked her in a weird way. And I know some people go, well, what kind of weird way, Bri? Not in that weird way. Just, I don't know. There was something about her that I thought was a little, I kind of looked at her in a way kind of like I did Ashley from season, what the fuck season was it? 14? Yeah, 14. When Ashley played. Or was that, you remember Ashley, right? The tanner, the bronzing. She had the mobile tanning thing. And she made out with Frank up in the HOH room.
Oh.
The season, Was that 14 or was that a different season? Because he came back for another season. I'm trying to remember. Ashley Ayako. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Thanos. Good. Yeah, Ashley. Well, I mean, all right. All right, Zeta. I'm not gonna repeat that sentiment, but I kind of looked at Caitlyn like Ashley. They both were these. Caitlyn wanted to. She said she could see people's auras and colors and stuff, and Ashley said, she had these dream catchers and these um, other things, wishing walls and dream. What I don't know what the fuck she had, but she was into some other of that new age stuff, which is okay. And they were both about the same level of but it made them endearing to a certain degree. Although Ashley was a lot more enjoyable, I thought. Um, Zeta, Zeta's just got the Zeta's on fire tonight. Um, yeah, it was 14, right, Thanos? Okay. Um, well, um, Yankee, I think that she practices Wiccanism. I think that's what that is. I think it's Wiccan. Um, and you know what? I don't find fault with anybody doing that either. It's not like it, some people say witchcraft is evil. It depends on what you're talking about. What kind of witchcraft you're talking about. And really, does witchcraft work? Depends on the person you ask. If you ask a voodoo priestess, they're going to tell you that shit works. You ask somebody that's been affected by voodoo, they're going to tell you that shit works. You ask somebody that's had a hex put on them and that shit works, they say, yeah, that shit works. I don't know about Wiccanism. I don't know enough about it to really say anything other than it's not like praising Satan or anything. It's nothing like that. If anything, my understanding of it is that it's more of a appreciation for the earth and for nature and not praying to a god specifically, but more just having an appreciation for being in tune with Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and that kind of thing. Uh, so witchcraft isn't always all the bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, tale of newt and rat, rat innards and that kind of shit. I don't think it's any of that. I don't think it's any of that stuff at all. Um, Jesus Christ, Monkey's on the floor for like 2 minutes and she's already heavy breathing, ready to sleep.
Oh,
Just about.
I mowed 3 lawns today.
What?
I did both my parents and ours.
You did your folks' lawns too? What happened to your brother?
My what?
Our niece's dad. That guy.
I think she had a sperm donor. I don't know.
She was hatched.
Yeah.
From a Wiccan. Ah. Yeah. Uh, all right. Let's see. All right. Well, guys, it's about an hour and a half in. I figured I'd have that little chat with you tonight about Big Brother, about the casts, what we want to see in a cast, what we want to see in the show. Um, I think there's more we can cover on that, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow or the next night. Um, I'm gonna either take tomorrow or Monday off. I don't know which. Um, I just, like I said, usually once a week I want to take a night off while the season's not in play. And since there's not as much to talk about at this time of the season, I want to kind of prep myself for what's coming up because we're going to have 90 plus days of action to give you, a quarter of a year, if you will, a whole season to give you stuff on Big Brother 21. So I want to kind of map out a few things for the channel, what I want to do with it, how I want to cover it, what times I'm going to cover it. Because with the live feeds, I want to be able to cover it as much as I can at the times that it's the busiest. So I'll kind of have to try to map that out and see what their schedule is. It'll be I suppose it'll be something that'll be a work in progress because of seeing what their schedule is. But I think that if they stick to their normal schedule of evictions and HOHs and POVs and meetings and all these other things, I think I've got it kind of mapped out. But yeah, it's really going to be interesting. We've got about 5 weeks left probably until we hear who these people are. And about 6 weeks until we actually get an airtime for these folks to be on the air for us. And then we have a whole new season to start. Hopefully better than the last. We always want it to be better than the last or better than ever or whatever it will be. And, hey, no matter what, watching Big Brother is always fun. Regardless of who's in it, we always end up having fun with it because the games themselves, the game itself is what we really love. And, for those folks that love their sports, let's say you're a sports fan, all right? If you're a sports fan, you must have a favorite sport, whether it be football, basketball, hockey, baseball. If baseball is your favorite sport, well, that's Americana for you. That's because you like Americana. If football is your sport, that's because you love action. You like basketball, it's because you love speed. You love back and forth. You love the scoring. You watch the NHL and you love that, well, I don't know what to tell you. You must live in Canada, so therefore BB Canada is your shit. And, but really when it comes right down to it, this game is our sport. This is what we love to watch. And we will be there in the crowd cheering for good things and bad things to happen, just like we would with any other sport. And I'm not calling Big Brother a sport. It's not something that needs to be updated on SportsCenter, on ESPN, or on Fox Sports Now, or any of that shit. We don't need any of that. We just need a good season. That's all we need. A good season and good ratings. That's even more important. But they will get that. They will get the decent ratings. They will get the 18 to 49 demographic. They will get what they need. But we've got to make sure that we keep up with it and that we keep watching it and we keep loving it. And you guys being here is all part of that. So I appreciate you being here tonight. For those of you that have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. Please also do that on our mothership channel, which is Big Brother Bry, here on YouTube. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell over there because we're hoping to move back over to the mothership pretty soon. And AB, there are no announcement dates. So you put a date in the chat last night. That's not a date. I don't know where you got that date. That's not your date, and that's for me to proclaim, not for you. So, just saying. But thank you all for being here. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there tomorrow. And that counts if you're not a mother of actual children and if you have fur babies. Yankee, Happy Mother's Day. People that have fur babies, you're a mother too.
Debbie said that.
Debbie, Happy Mother's Day, Debbie.
No, Debbie said happy
To Yankee.
Even the fur baby mom.
Oh, okay, right. Well, Debbie must have fur babies. Does Debbie have fur babies?
I don't think so.
Oh, if Debbie doesn't have fur babies, well, that's okay. Zeta's got a fur baby, and she's got a real baby. So, happy Mother's Day to you, Zeta. Everybody else that is a mother out there. All you mothers. Anyway, Wonky is a mama of 4 fur babies. Um, and they were all delivered naturally.
Straight from the Humane Society.
Straight from the Humane Society. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, because if you had to pass them to the normal way, I suppose they wouldn't have hurt too much because they're furry. The claws would have gotten you, though. Ah! Ha ha! Anyway, be back tomorrow night or Monday night at the normal time. You know what it is. 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central, 7:30 West Coast. Until then, it is I saying peace, love, and we'll see you later. Say goodnight, Wonky.